Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Mary Mule Wins. In today's video we are going to be talking about the scale. So I have a scale with me. Allow me to get it. I've got this one. You can see it. It's a digital scale. And this is what we'll be talking about today. So, guys, before we go deep in that, I would like to say that weight loss is not a straightforward journey. Losing weight comes with challenges. That being said, I would like to answer the question, should I go on the scale to see my progress? My answer to that question is yes, of course. It is important to weigh yourself, but it has to be done in conjunction with other progress indicators or progress trackers. These include the measuring tape, the clothes, the shoes, you name it. It's a lot of them, and I'm thinking of doing a separate video for all those other things that you can use to track your weight loss progress. So, in this video today, we are talking about what we need to know about the scale. When I said that yes, we should weigh ourselves, it is important to also know that weighing yourself is not the most accurate thing. So I will speak now about the one advantage of using the scale and some disadvantages. So one advantage of using the scale is that a scale works as a guide, as a pointer. So you will go on the scale and you check the weight, and when you know what your weight is at that first time you go on the scale, you know what weight you are working with. So that way you will have direction. You will know how much you have to put in order for you to reach your goal weight. So the disadvantages of a scale to track your weight. First of all, the scale is known to be inaccurate in the sense that sometimes you will see that you are losing weight, you're doing a lot of exercises, you're eating clean, you're doing all the right things. And when you look yourself in the mirror, you see that you're losing weight. When you wear clothes are loose. But when you go on the scale, you find that the weight is still the same. If you were weighing 75, for example, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you see the same 75 later. The second point is that when you decide to use the scale to track your weight, you have to ensure that you stick to one scale. I took a video today with myself going on 3 different scales to show you the weight that I get to be shown when I go on each different scale. So right now, look at this. Here we go. I'm going to do this experiment. Like I said, that I like doing experiments on my body. So let's see how scales work. I'm going to go on the first one. It's a digital one. Let's see. So this one says that I'm weighing 75.1. 75.1. So we move on to the next one, which is a manual. This one is saying 73.5. This one says 73.5. We move on to the next digital again. This one is saying I am weighing 75.8, guys. That is 76 kg. You saw what happened when I showed you the video of me going on 3 different scales. Each scale had its own weight, its own number, you know, in kgs. So this is the reason why it is important that when you start using scales to weigh yourself or to track your progress, you have to ensure that you use one scale and not change between scales or among scales like that, because one scale will show you that you are weighing less, the other one will show you that you are weighing more. And the moment you see that you are weighing more, you may get frustrated, get discouraged, and actually using different scales every time you weigh yourself is a recipe for disaster. So please stick to one scale if you're going to use a scale as your progress indicator. The third point, and a very important point, is that a scale is addictive. Guys, this is something that we should take seriously wherever we are, because I have seen it myself, I've felt it myself, and I've read a lot of comments on social media where a person says, I was using a scale to track my weight and I was doing everything possible. I was exercising, I was eating clean, and I could see that I was losing weight. But then when I went on the scale, my weight was on the higher side. That frustrated me, and I stopped doing whatever I was doing. I stopped doing sport, I stopped eating clean. I just started eating whatever I wanted to eat, because the scale just proved to me that whatever I was doing was nothing. So I got frustrated. So guys, this is serious, and this is what happens. It also happened to me. You know, you remember in one of my previous videos, I spoke about how I went on the scale and I was thinking, wow, I have worked so hard, you know, I've been eating clean. But when I went on the scale, I did not lose much. From 81 to I think to 80 or something like that, where I only lost, I think, 600 or 900 grams. That did not sit well with me. I got frustrated. But because I know that scales work like that, I had to remind myself and bring myself back into acceptance. So that's how I accept it. But to a new person, to a beginner who gets into trying to lose weight or trying to stay healthy and fit, this might not go well, and this might make a person frustrated, discouraged, demotivated. So right now I'm answering the question, when is the right time to weigh yourself? When should I weigh myself? When I am using a scale as a weight loss indicator or as a tracker. So for me, I think, and what I've been doing is that I weigh myself in the morning, first thing. So when I wake up, I use the bathroom, and then I go on the scale, because my scale is kept in the bathroom. So normally I go on the scale without heavy clothes on, you know, and yeah, before I drink my water in the morning, I go on the scale. Sorry. And then I check my weight. How often do I do that? I have come to realize that weighing yourself every day, it's a recipe for disaster, and it means that you've become addicted. It means that you've become obsessed. It means that you define yourself by the result of the scale. And that should come to a stop. A person's weight fluctuates, guys, between 1 to 2 kgs in a day. So I don't think it's the right thing to do, to be weighing yourself every day, because you won't really see the difference, So you have to give your body time to adjust to what you're doing, time to lose that weight, and then you check. Weigh yourself maybe twice in a month. At least that will give you about 15 days or 2 weeks in which to, work on yourself, and then you check the weight. At least you're giving your body some time, So if you can manage, then weigh yourself like I do. I weigh myself once in a month, at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month. And that works well for me. I know my progress hasn't been so huge this time around. However, I keep on doing what I am doing because I see that I'm losing weight. The scale, yes, it's also giving me direction. It's showing that I'm losing weight, but on a very slow pace, Slow pace, I mean, for example, I am losing 2 kgs in a month, But that is good, because when you lose weight more steadily, it is difficult to actually gain it back so quickly. But if you lose it so quickly, you gain it back so quickly as well. So the reason why we have to weigh ourselves first thing in the morning are many. First of all, I spoke about the weight fluctuating between 1 and 2 kgs, and the weight fluctuates like that depending on many factors, So it includes the fact that when you drink water, for example, 1 liter, 1.5 liters, that's equivalent to 1.5 kg. So when you drink water, you actually add to your weight. So that affects the results on the scale. The food that you eat, glucose that is not used immediately is stored as glycogen. And, glycogen has got some weight as well on the body. So that affects the weight in the day as well. If we eat food that has a lot of salt, therefore a lot of sodium, that affects the weight during the day. In the sense that sodium retains water in the body. You understand? So because of the retained water in the body, you tend to weigh more. Also, ladies, we need to know that a menstrual cycle affects our weight results when we go on the scale. So actually, my advice is that we should not weigh ourselves just before our periods, during our periods, and just after the periods. These are not the best time to go on the scale, because the fact that you are on your periods affects your weight. That's because the body retains the water just to help to keep the body hydrated during this time. So this we should take into consideration as well. The other thing is that, guys, the more close you are to the equator, the less you weigh. The far you are from the equator, the more you weigh. So all that affects our weight results during the day. So let's not let the scale or the number on the scale define our bodies, define our lives, define ourselves. It is but just a number. It is but just a guider. Let it be so. So this being said, guys, I am saying that the scale should be used with a pinch of salt. So don't just use the scale on its own to track your progress. Use the scale in conjunction or in relation with other progress indicators. And these I'm going to talk about in the next video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and for your support. Please share this video, like, and leave a comment. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.